Um, when you're making up melodies, I think you'll tell that the melodies of this piece are different, and there's lots of reasons why. And unfortunately, I can't give you a whole graduate music theory course here on it being Sunday afternoon. We have laws against that. But I want to explain something about that. One of the components that you have when you're making up a tune, one of the elements, is the scale of notes that you have to work with. What are the pitches that you choose among when you're writing down your tune? People do that whether they realize it or not. People, you get a guitar and you learn 2 chords and you make up a tune. You're restricted by what you have in your ear as the right notes that would make sense to you. You know those 2 chords, what notes make sense with those 2 chords. And so you write a melody that fits into that kind of limitation. In our music, the normal run, the most common sequence of notes that make up a scale or a mode that we do is a major scale. Jim will give you a reminder of what a major scale is. Listen close because there will be a quiz. That's familiar, right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now, if you were in Turkey a few hundred years ago, that sound would be not very familiar to you. Instead, you have other sequences of notes. We measure, when we talk about different notes, what we're doing is talking about the frequency. Every note that you play, some body is vibrating and making the air vibrate, and your eardrum measures that vibration and sends it to your brain, and that's what we call a frequency or a pitch. So when we make that scale, from one note from do to re, there's a certain increase in frequency. If you had a different increase in frequency, you'd have different notes. This is a mode that the first part of the piece we're going to play is built on. You'll hear it doesn't sound like do, re, mi, fa, sol at all. One thing, there's not the same number of notes, and for another thing, most of them sound like wrong notes. So I wrote out this mode just listen to this. Now there's no way you're going to get Yankee Doodle if those are the notes that you have to choose between. The notes for Yankee Doodle just aren't in there. The notes for the Star Spangled Banner just aren't in there. The notes for other melodies are in there. So one thing that makes this music different is that you have a different scale that you're building it on to start with. Another thing that makes it different is the rhythmic orientation of it. All the music, virtually all the music that we played for you so far fits pretty well for marching music, and most European-based music does this. There's a 2-part sequence to it. There's a downbeat and an upbeat. The music goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It goes like that a lot. Sometimes for dance music you might have 3s that lifts it a little bit, so you have 2 beats going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The O'Carolan tune that we played, the first one was 3 passes. But most of the music has it's thinking about 2 things. It's thinking about down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, like a clock ticking. And music from the Middle East, and probably comes from music in India. That seems to be the oldest culture that's developed these things. They're not thinking that because they're building this music out of poetry, out of poetic meaning. So all the things that you may have learned about trochees and iambs come into this. So the meter of the first piece that we're going to play, instead of being 1, 2, 1, 2, which almost everything we played so far has, goes like this. And you can see why Arabic culture and Indian culture is so famous for producing mathematicians. It's a pattern of 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2. That keeps repeating over and over again. So you get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And that is the underlying pattern, which you can see is much more sophisticated than what we're doing for marching music. Wouldn't work very well for marching music. That's not what it's good. So if you take